Hi everybody, we are in Torrington, Connecticut at the home of the Torrington Titans.
That's correct.
Okay, with Dan McNamara and you guys know Alberto Martinez. Today we ran through a pro tryout that these guys run. And what we want to talk about, Dan actually ran the tryout, Berto and I came and helped out. Dan, since you're the manager of the team, can you tell me and tell our audience what level of baseball is this? What does your team do? What level do they play at?
Well, most of the guys here are at a Division I level. We have a few guys at a Division II and III level, but like I said earlier in a different interview that we had, it's really the college cream of the crop. So it's like you got your college ball and then you got your summer ball right above it. And this is really where the talented kids come to play for pre and post-draft reasons, you know, so scouts can see them and get an opportunity to possibly go on and play professional baseball.
You said pre-draft and post-draft.
Sure.
Okay, so this is for the junior player,
The junior,
right?
yeah, exactly.
That he wants to get himself ready to competing at a different level.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And you're also, there are a couple kids here that that may have slipped through, did not get drafted.
Yeah.
And they want to get some time and hone their skills and things like that, so they get a look as well.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now another thing we want to talk about, and I actually want to have both guys address this, is level. If you guys aren't familiar, it's the Atlantic League here in the Northeast. It's one of the best minor league systems in the country. It's what a lot of people would consider 4A, not AAA, but 4A. There are levels of baseball. We talk a lot in college. There's a Division III, Division II, Division I. There is the minor leagues, and there's a difference between A-ball, AA.
Yep.
Do you want to address that and just really tell them there is a difference in the levels of baseball?
Sure. When it comes to levels of baseball, you have guys that are able to play maybe at a lower level, like let's say in the minor leagues they have it by rookie ball, short A, high A, double A, triple A, and it has to do with experience and also skills. Because you're ready to play double A, it doesn't mean you couldn't play at a low A level. And that's where you're going to find the people that have your same ability, not only mentally but also physically. And then you can work your way up as you develop as a player. But sometimes, usually, when I do like any MLB affiliated tryout, if you are a position player in the outfield or infield and you are not under 7, they wouldn't even let you hit batting practice.
Exactly. Now here's the other thing: if you are fast, that's a tool that they'll give you a chance to develop the other parts of your game because you're showing them that you are a good athlete. Now let's do another one. You guys had a throw from the outfield. These are quantifiable things. We had a couple kids. Most of the guys were over 80, mid 80s, but you had a couple guys that stood out because why? You tell why?
Because they're throwing in the 90s.
Exactly.
And now we see a guy that really has a shot to get the guy who going from first to third, a base set. He can throw the guy out. And that's what we look for. We look for athletes. We can teach you the techniques. We can develop you. But I can't teach you how to throw over 90 miles an hour. You got to have the strength in the body to be able to do those things. And some of those guys, as they showed today, and some of those guys, as they showed today, throwing to the cutoff above 90, it gives us a chance to get the guy out.
Right.
Yeah.
But there is something else too that you and I were talking about.
Yep.
I'm 5'10", I weigh 180 pounds, 175 pounds. I don't have a lot of upper body strength, so but I was fast, so I developed back control. So I'm not trying to do something I can't.
Yeah.
I emphasize this, my strong point, develop that strong. You understand what I'm saying?
As did I when I was playing.
Exactly. The last thing I want to address is, like you and I were talking about before, is just the problem with the instructional industry is there's not a lot of the truth out there.
Yeah.
You have to be very, very selective about who you get to advise you. Don't you agree with that?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you got to be so careful about the guy. Whether it's your agent, whether it's your hitting instructor. You got to be really careful about who you choose, because I've worked in the instructional industry, and it's frustrating because I've seen it where in some cases they'll just straight out lie to a kid to either with.
Berto and I
Yeah.
did in fact, one of the guys that was here today, Chris Carminucci, is a scout for, and you played for Chris,
I did.
is a scout for the Diamondbacks, and Berto and I, and Nate Nathanson, who's a manager in the Can-Am League, and Dave Scrivens, who is a scout for the Red Sox, and Dave said it, he said these academies ruin these kids.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about one last thing, and that is that the player, and let's call it a kid, you know,
Yep.
the high school kid or the college kid, he has to be willing to hear the truth also.
Yeah.
He cannot look for somebody that will tell him the fantasy.
Yeah.
At the end of our tryout today, Berto, you know, a lot of guys came up to him and he told them the truth. Now, you know, you can walk away from this being arrogant, or you can listen and
Yeah.
use criticism positively and go away there. If a kid will go through these experiences,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And he'll come back and he'll go, okay, I need to fix this.
Yeah, well, and also that's a good point, because what happens is that at every level things work differently. In Little League, you can hit a fly ball and that's a good hit.
Exactly.
Okay, but you know, as we get older, now we're trying to play professional baseball. That's an out. Or even as you get older, 13 years old. So you have to try to develop a swing that works at any level. When you're playing at a high level, you need to be able to have a clean swing. You got to be able to hit the ball not only to right field, but also you got to be able to pull the ball. Some of these guys here, they're good college players, and in their head they think, oh, but I batted 330 in college. What are you talking about? I said, yeah, but in college they teach pitchers how to throw a certain way, low and away. That's what they teach. When you go to the pro level, we teach pitchers how to throw inside. And now that inside-out swing that worked in college with aluminum bat doesn't work anymore.
No.
And you gotta be willing to change. You gotta be able to change some of those things to make it work at a higher level. And that's just the only way that you're gonna survive.
Yeah. Everything.
Well,
Mechanics, approach.
It's the aluminum bat, and it's also the game is different.
It's
And
faster.
It's faster, and also, let's be honest, people don't even quantitatively think about this. It's 2 more innings.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the college game, it's got to be more of a line drive game.
Yeah.
It's got to be you know, you can't. Adam Dunn can't play college baseball. You can't have a 200 strikeout guy. There's guys all shapes and sizes here. It isn't just big guys. What is your role?
Yeah.
What can you bring to the table? I think that this thing today was really great because of that. The last thing I want to mention, I want you guys to talk about is the fact that a lot of these things, a lot of the showcases are, you and I, is just they're just there to produce money for the people that put the showcase on.
The money makers.
Yeah, exactly. What you want to look for is this type of event where you're not only getting a chance to perform, but what? To get input and how.
Well, I mean, I think my key, any showcase, and I do plenty of them, that I'm affiliated with, I make sure that the athlete that is in the showcase gets an experience and learns something.
Right.
And make sure that he gets a good workout, okay, which is important. A lot of these showcases is just a couple swings and you're done. Hey, listen, I'm going to give you 40, 50 swings. I'm going to give you 40, 50 ground balls so you can show what you can do. So you feel like you got a workout, like you pay for a workout. And then on top of that, I'm going to address some of the issues that you could be doing better to give you a better chance to be able to achieve that dream, which is playing professional baseball, whatever level you may be capable of.
A lot of the showcases, that's what they do. You know, if I'm going to spend $100 to $400,
Yeah.
you know, I mean, I guess I can go to Disneyland, or and nobody's diminishing the experience, but you want to come out of that experience better.
Or at least with something that you gotta work on
That's exactly what
to get closer to that goal that you
Some
want to achieve.
information.
It's almost like taking a test over and over, but you never study for the next one, so you keep getting
Right.
the same results. So if you go to the showcase, you keep doing the same thing you did in the one before, and you keep not getting picked up. What's the point? So you gotta make adjustment. You gotta get good together with the guys that can help you, so you can I gotta do this, I gotta work on that. So in the next showcase, now you can make an impact.
Exactly.
And maybe be a player.
Well, you need the three components. You need instruction, the tryout itself, and information. And if you could get all 3 of those things, you really get something out of the tryout that no one else can offer.
That's what I'm saying. If it's just an experience where you're spending a lot of money just to get reps,
Yeah.
I don't care how they dress it up. You know, you put a pig in a suit, it's still a pig,
Yeah.
right? And if you know these kids are paying $300 a day for these things, and they go, all these college coaches are there. Well, so what if you don't learn anything?
Yeah.
If at the end of the day they just say, no, we don't want you. Well, why don't you want me?
Yeah.
How can I get better? How can I be that
Yeah.
product that you want to buy? That's what you have to get out of the showcase. All right, thanks guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
My
very
pleasure.
much.
Okay, thanks very much.
Thank you.